I go to theme parks for a living, so I'm in Disney World today to finally find out if the rumor is true. Hello, Mam Fam and Jumbo from Disney's Animal Kingdom. I am here at my favorite park in Walt Disney World to do some sneakers on the ground research and finally settle it once and for all. Now, I know you've heard this rumor. People have been whispering it for years, and I have long said it's not true, but with the closure of my beloved Dino Land, could it possibly be that Animal Kingdom is a half-day park? I know you've all heard it. You've been researching your Disney trip and you've thought to yourself perhaps, hey, there's not that many rides there. Is that gonna take all day? Or maybe you've joined a Facebook group and you have somebody click-clacking on their keyboards telling you, there's nothing to do at that park. There's only like 3 rides. You can do it in half a day. And I have long said no, that there is more to these theme parks, especially this one, than just the rides. Plus, the rides they do have, bangers. Not to mention, arguably the best park for food and entertainment across Walt Disney World. But sadly, the park's not open that long anymore. Can't see one of its greatest highlights, which is Pandora at night, and in its totality, closed down 3 rides, including an e-ticket, a kids play area, tons of character locations, and dining. Not to mention the best theming Disney's ever built in an original land, but I digress. But all of these factors have led me to say, is Stack actually a half-day park right now? And I'm here to find out. So I got here at noon today. Park closes at 7. I know a lot of people when they think half-day think the other half of the day, but I'm a night gremlin, so it's a half-day regardless. Open or close, I'm still only here for a portion of the park day. And if the rumors are true, I should be able to get through everything in less than 7 hours, right? I didn't rope drop. I don't have lightning lane. I might buy a fancy ride, but as of right now, I got nothing walking to this park, no plans. And we're gonna see if truly you should only spend half a day here, or if this is truly the best park to luxuriate and you can fill your day here. Oh, and to all of you who say if you're gonna skip one park, skip this one, how dare you? I'm not even acknowledging that. That's not even on my radar as an option. I mean, I know everyone has different trip lengths and priorities and tickets and you should do what's best for your family, but I won't like it if you comment that. Anyway, let's get going. We've got just over 6.5 hours. That's pretty good half-day time. And let's see what we can get done. Okay, here's the thing. One of my favorite things about coming here is it is the most luxuriating park and it is the easiest to maneuver. It usually has the lowest waits because it has less volume of rides like somewhere like Magic Kingdom. You get to take your time and relax and chill and slowly move through the park and sit and luxuriate and watch the live music which they have out in the streets and gaze at the beautiful Tree of Life and enjoy the shows and the characters. I was walking in today, Timon out there with a grub. Adorable. Never seen that before. Also, Chip and Dale out front, not wearing dinosaur costumes. I'm not mad about it still. That was the cutest meet and greet Disney's ever built. It makes no sense that they can't be dinosaurs at the front of the park. Why can't they be dinosaurs at the front of the park? There's a dinosaur on one of the ticket booths. Anyway, let's take a look at the wait times and see where we're gonna go first. I literally have no plans walking in. I have a list of things I'd like to do that I would consider a full day at DAC, but that's it. Okay, it's 12:25, so peak of the day. People that rope dropped are still here, haven't left quite yet, because this is usually the morning part because it opens the earliest. Avatar Flight of Passage, 65 minutes. Lightning Lane's plentifully available. That's your fancy ride. Bluey's Wild World, 35 minutes. Everest, 35, could get a Lightning Lane in an hour. This is about 8, without any fiddle faddling or anything. Cali River Rapids, 50 minutes, could get a Lightning Lane in an hour. It's 1 billion degrees. It's July in Florida. 15 minutes at Kilimanjaro Safaris, could get a Lightning Lane for right now. 50 minutes at Navi River Journey, could get a Lightning Lane in about 4 hours. And Better Zoogether, the new show inside of the Tree of Life with Zootopia, could get a Lightning Lane for right now, but it's a 10-minute wait, which is just waiting till the next show starts. So a little bit of varied lines, but nothing too egregious. We can agree, I think. However, the main thing I'm gonna have to contend with, the main thing you have to keep in mind with any park, but especially this one, is what time things close and if there's anything you wanna see with a set time. So like any of the theater shows, I wanna see Festival of the Lion King, but also if you wanted to see Feathered Friends and Flights, the Bird Show, Finding Nemo, The Big Blue, and the Beyond, those only have so many shows throughout the day at very set times, so you have to factor those in. So I think we should go see the most popular thing in the park, get that taken off of our list, because it closes much earlier than the rest of the park. You know where we're headed. Let's go see those dogs from Australia. Good day, mates. We are headed through the village of Harambe in Africa to the Wildlife Express train, which is going to take us to the former home of Rafiki's Planet Watch, and it is now the home of Bluey and Bingo. They're doing a cute interactive show for the littles called Bluey's Wild World, and when it first debuted, it was so popular, you had to get a virtual queue spot to get up there to see Bluey and Bingo, but that has since dropped. It is now just a standard queue, and they fill the shows and so on and so forth, similar to how you would queue for like Mickey's PhilharMagic or Better Together or the Little Mermaid show over at Hollywood Studios. No lightning lanes or anything. And you do have to take the Wildlife Express train up there. There is no option to walk or bypass the train. The only way to and from Conservation Station is with the train. And it's important to note that this ends at 3:45. So if this is a priority for you and your littles, make sure you plan accordingly. Check in the app what time it's going to close and what time the last train is going to go. This is actually my first time going to see this. I saw a preview of it at a media event we went to a couple months ago that was celebrating all the new things at Walt Disney World, anchored by the Muppets and Rock and Roller Coaster, but we got to see a little preview and see the characters, and they were so cute, and the kids went feral in a way I've never seen kids react to characters ever before. So I'm excited to see what the full show looks like. Keep in mind, this is not a traditional meet and greet. There's not going to be a photo opportunity for your kids and Bluey and Bingo. It is specifically designed to be an interactive experience where the games are based on the games they play in the show, like Keepy Uppy. Also, just as a pro tip, there's not a ton of food, drinks, or bathroom opportunity up here. Like, there are bathrooms, obviously, but they're not huge. And there's tons of little kids, obviously, going up there. So I would recommend a potty stop at the big bathroom in Africa before you get on the train. That way it's not, hopefully it doesn't come down to like an urgent situation in a smaller bathroom with lots of littles. And also, again, there's not a ton of food and drink opportunities up here. There are a bunch of really cute Bluey snacks, but those are primarily at Pizza Fari down here, which also closes early, so keep that in mind. But don't think just because you've seen the fairy bread online that it's going to be up at the Bluey show. It's not. It's at Pizza Fari.
What are we going to do? Dance? Juggle?
Canteen Station is the heart of our animal care system. There, you can meet our wildlife specialists, watch them work, and ask them about how they care for our animal friends.
And once again, my friends, make sure we're not leaning out that window. Make sure we're sitting back. Thank you. Leaves?
Yeah. Good one, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, well, that was so cute. Robert Irwin, who, you know, we all love, and the characters from Bluey did the narration, which was very adorable and really got me in the mood to be here at Conservation Station, which, by the way, still has the animal exhibits. It still has the windows where you can see if the vets are working on any of the animals. It still has the Wilderness Explorer spots. But it no longer has the animation experience. That is moving over to Disney's Hollywood Studios when the full Magic of Disney animation opens. It's going to be a pre-recorded animation class instead of live animators, which is a bad move in my opinion. And it no longer has the affection section where you could pet goats and pigs and other creatures like that. But instead there's something called Jumpin' Junction, and it just opened. And I'm very excited to see what creatures we can see there. It's supposed to be creatures from Australia. And with the name like Jumpin', pretty sure it's going to be kangaroos. Pretty sure they're not going to let me get close to a crocodile. Who am I, Robert Irwin? No. We made it. The walk mostly the same, but some, Bluey and Bingo art. And now we still have the big mural I love. Playtime with Bluey and Bingo this way. Okay, I'm getting in the line. I'm just going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, because this is going to be the thing. So we're just going to go in for playtime at Conservation Station and see how long it takes. It was 35 minutes when I got on the train. Oh, they've redone all of this. This is all a new mural in the Bluey style of artwork, as opposed to being an extension of this animal mural outside that had like a bunch of animals painted into it. It had a bunch of hidden Mickeys, and it was a really cool mural with like hundreds of different animal species. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little sad that it's gone, but also this isn't really about me. This is about bringing one of the most popular children's IPs to the parks. So, oh my God, hi Bingo! Hi, Bluey! Oh my god, they came right out in front of me. How cool.
That's right, signal, everybody. Now we're going to swing our arms up and down.
Hi, Bluey.
Our first game is magic asparagus. Now, how much that is? What do you think?
Hi, Bluey.
Okay, Bingo's favorite. Now your goal is to swim around, but don't get trapped by an octopus tentacle. If you do, you have to freeze for 1, 2, 3 seconds before you can swim again. Good doggy paddle, Bingo.
Hi, Bingo. You're doing so good.
Once you get to Bluey and Bingo, it's your turn to shine and duck. You got it, Bingo. Thank you. Is this the line leader? Leader of the line? Hey, it looks like we have time for one more game. Everyone come in close. Let's see what it is. Oh, I think everyone knows the name of the last game. Say it with me. It's Keep Me Uppy.
Oh,
That's right. Keep Me Uppy.
Oh, God.
Let's give our love.
Okay, well, we have done Bluey's Wild World. First of all, I only had to wait for one show. I was first in line for the next show, which meant actually Blue and Bingo rocked right out in front of me, which was really great. And then I got in the next show. So it was only about a 15-minute wait for me, which I don't think is too bad. I talked to some cast members there, and they said the early morning is a really good time to go. And obviously less people means more like time with Bluey and Bingo during the show. So if you've got littles that love these characters, maybe come first thing in the morning. Or there's not a ton of people there right now. Again, this is like early afternoon, the 1, 2 o'clock hour. I think a lot of people rope dropped, did everything they want to do, and then they've left because it's hot. So just an idea, but do pack those patient pants for Bluey. And also, again, the show is very, very cute. It's very interactive. There's actually a couple different versions of the show. You might play some different games. I did speak to a cast member that said, you're always going to play Magic Asparagus, you're always going to play Keepy Uppy because those are the most famous and popular games, but the middle games can swap. So if you do it more than once, you might get to play different games. But once again, it is not a meet and greet. There is no set aside time for you to take photos with Bluey and Bingo. You know, obviously you can take pictures throughout the thing and you can kind of pose with them, but this is not meant to be a meet and greet. You're not meant to be hanging on Bluey and Bingo. It is meant to be an interactive experience and immersive experience playing these games with the dogs. So just make sure you prepare your kiddos for what to expect. I think it's pretty cute. You know, I'm not the target audience. I did watch some Bluey to get ready for this coming when I went to the preview, and I sobbed my eyes out. Parents, I don't know how you watch the show without just being emotionally gutted every single time. The camping episode really took it out of me. And it was cute because the parents were just as excited to see Bluey and Bingo as the kids were. You know, I'm not going to prioritize this as a person without kids, but it is definitely cute if your kids like these characters. It's definitely worth it. Just, again, know what you're getting into. And big shout out to the cast members up here, the entertainment performers, the character attendants, the ops team. This is probably the most chaotic thing to manage in Walt Disney World with the way they're having to do the line and just the excitement around these characters and the audience for these characters, and they're doing a phenomenal job. So kudos to them, and pack your patient pants if you want to come up and see Bluey and Bingo. Also, cute detail in there. They painted doors to look like the vets' doors, and those are the names of the vets and the animal care team at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so love that. The only thing I didn't love, honestly, is I don't personally care for the decor in there. I thought it was much cuter and more vibrant before when they had the big animal mural and the tree. I thought it was more interesting. That could be my nostalgia speaking, but, again, who cares? My opinion shouldn't matter on the Bluey show, which is clearly aimed at not me. And I say who cares about my opinion, I just mean I'm not the target audience. And, not everything is for everyone. And kids probably like the cartoon drawings of the Bluey animals they see on the show more than an old painting from the 90s that I liked when I was growing up. So that's all I mean. Not everything's for everybody, and that's okay. We have to remember who the target audience is. Okay, but shout out to the cast member who told me that there are hidden long dogs in this mural because they hide those in the episodes of Bluey. I think that's one right there. That's really fun. And there's a blue one right there. Let's see if I can find another one. But that's a cute detail There used to be like the most hidden Mickeys in any one space in this mural before. There's another one. So I love that they kept that and themed it to Bluey. Again, shout out to McKenna, who told me to look for those because I asked her to confirm about the vet names, and she was like, oh, also here's another cute detail. But now let's go see some animals. Looks like there's a little bit of a line, which is A-okay. We don't want to overwhelm them. I'm actually shocked at how close I'm going to be able to get to these animals, so that's cool.
You'll notice that not only are they smaller in stature, their ears are actually a lot smaller as well. Yes, you can blow them too. We think they're maybe roughly about 7 to 9 months old. Sort of inside, outside of that little like cone structure right over there, that actually is one of the bellies.
Hello. How cute these little ones
Two
are.
of our gray kangaroos right over there, down there towards the shaded structure.
Hello.
And then there's Komodo dragon over on the other window.
Oh my god, you're a monster. I mean, you're a nice creature. I should be nice to all creatures. I can't even video you. There you go. There, I can kind of see your head. Hello. How are you? You're a dinosaur. Okay, bye. All right. That was fine. I mean, I like learning about animals. You're closer to a kangaroo than I thought you could be, but I preferred the petting zoo because you could have seen the kangaroos like not in an open enclosure, but like not that much closer before when they were out by the tree. And like, if I'm not going to be able to pet it, what's the point? It's kind of, I'd rather pet a goat, personally. I know a goat's not like an exciting animal, but I preferred when you could just go in there and pet the goats and the sheep and the pigs. And they were sleepy right now because it's hot, which is to be expected, I think. But for me, I probably am not coming up here anytime soon again, whereas I did quite enjoy coming up for the goats, and it was a lot more chill. And I liked the animation class too. So I think the Bluey show is better than the new Jumpin' Junction situation. I did like seeing the snakes and the Komodo dragon, but the snakes were already there, and the Komodo dragon, there's still one on the animal trail, but that's one of the Komodo dragons from the animal trail. Also, all total, I haven't even gotten back yet. This experience is gonna be over an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half right now since I got in line to get on the train, and I didn't even wait a super long time for anything. I waited 15 minutes for the Bluey show and maybe 10, 15 minutes to do the kangaroo thing. So, I mean, if this is on your agenda, this is not helping the argument of this being a half-day park, because this is an experience and a time suck. Just because you have to get up here, to wait in line, to do the show, all the things. So just plan accordingly. While we're waiting for the train, it's 2 o'clock on the nose. Let's do a little wait time update. 85 at Flight of Passage, but I could get a lightning lane for 20 minutes from now. Everest is 25. Lion King, there's a 2 o'clock show, a 3 o'clock show, and a 4 o'clock show. So I got it. That's my last, gotta think about it thing. Cali River Rapids, 95 minutes. 5 on Safaris. It's a walk on. 20 minutes to meet Mickey and Minnie. 45 at Navi. And 10 at Better Together. Plenty of lightning lane availability, even for Navi, which is the most popular non-fancy ride lightning lane here. So that's pretty good. Made it back in Harambe. Grand total, 1 hour and 50 minutes spent on the entire Bluey experience. And so I think perhaps the question is this a half-day park? Rides exclusively on if you care about Bluey or not. But I'm gonna play a risky little game now. Because Kilimanjaro Safaris has a low wait right now, I'm gonna see if I can get through Safaris and make it to the 3 o'clock Lion King show. Usually I would say to line up for Festival of the Lion King about 15 minutes early, but it's not super busy today. So unless the giraffe jam happens on Safaris, I should get off of Safaris in about 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna dash right over to Festival of the Lion King. It might not work. I might have to come back to see Lion King, but I'm going to do my best. Anyway, Kilimanjaro Safaris, the flagship attraction at this park. It's the one where you're going to get on a big truck and see real animals such as lions, giraffes, hippos, elephants, zebras, and more. It does not have a height requirement, and it's usually about 20 to 25 minutes because you're going slowly through the reserve. And it's the only ride at Walt Disney World that changes literally every single time you ride it. You never know what those animals are going to do. Now, I will say, 2:15 in the afternoon is not my recommended or ideal time to ride this Usually it's better when the animals are a little bit cooler. So late afternoon, early evening is a great time to ride. They're usually much more active then because they know they're about to get fed. So especially the giraffes will typically be walking around. Also, if it's ever like lightly raining or it has just rained, you may see animals playing in puddles, which is very cute. But no matter what time you go, it's always great. And we're going to see what we see right now.
Now on the right-hand side of the road is another animal. There is an okapi over there. A black rhino taking a little nap there on our left-hand side. Hippos can weigh the same as a small car, fully grown, everyone, so they are pretty big. Now, sable antelope are kind of important out here. They're celebrities in a way. They are the emblem of our reserve. Little splotchy looking, whereas other giraffe have a harsher defined line delineating the edge of their spots.
Oh,
That baby giraffe looks pretty short, so I'm gonna guess it's only a few months old there.
oh my gosh, hi.
So elephants can do a lot with their trunk. They can pick things up and put things down. They can eat and breathe, and so much so that when elephants or other animals can't find water elsewhere, and the pink color in their feathers comes from the beta carotene and the shrimp they consume, everyone. So one of our big missions is to protect these friends, educate about their species, and help them repopulate, because they are just so amazing in an effort to blend in and hide themselves, kind of like their own form of camouflage. Everyone, lions live in groups called prides.
All right, you know what? That was a pretty good safari. Not very good lion or big cat action. Didn't even see the cheetahs. But really good view of the elephants, some of the giraffes. I saw a baby giraffe and a baby elephant. Great rhino action. So just goes to show, safari will always surprise you. And that was delightful. Walked right on. I have about 15 minutes till Lion King starts, but I did. We'll order a snack right here. See if I can take that. I can't eat it in the theater, but I might have a little bite first and then save it. It's a snack I've been wanting to try, and it is, this restaurant closes early. And the last time I tried to go, I didn't realize they closed early, which is a foolish rookie mistake, and I didn't get to have it, so let's go get it. Ooh, a little live music, we love it. So the snack is here at Harambe Market, which is an outdoor eating area, and they recently redid the menu with the loss of Restaurantosaurus. They kind of made this your generic theme park food spot, but they do have some more interesting things as well. You know, in addition to the burger and chicken strips, they've got a harissa chicken wrap, a Tanzanian meat pie, and a dessert I've got my eye on. I love the live music. I'm bummed I can't stay and enjoy my cookie and listen to them. I mean, I know I can. I'm in charge of my own destiny. I'm also bummed that I didn't have time to go on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which is the walk-through trail with the gorillas at the exit of Kilimanjaro Safaris. But I want to make sure I get Lion King done because there's only 2 shows left. And if I don't make it into this one, I got to, work around the 4 o'clock one. I wanted, which is funny because I said this is the most luxuriating park, but if I hadn't spent almost 2 hours doing Bluey, I think I'd be in a different mind space than right now. Anyway, this cookie I picked up is called the kubwa cookie, which in Swahili means big, and it's a big, soft, gooey chocolate chip cookie, but it's topped with kind of the kitchen sink, or you might call it a monster or a trash cookie, because it's got Oreo crumbles, M&Ms, and potato chips, and dulce de leche on top. I'm very excited to eat it, but it looks like I'm gonna make Lion King, so we'll go do that. Cookie will be saved for after. Festival of the Lion King is my favorite live show in all of Walt Disney World. It is about a 30-minute production celebrating the music of the Lion King, featuring acrobatics, live performers, live musicians, big puppets. It's amazing. It's incredibly popular, so normally I tell you to get like 15, 20 minutes early. I'm rolling up a little less than 10, I think. But as I've said before in videos, the later it gets in the day in Animal Kingdom, the less busy it is. So this is the second to last show, and I'm gonna be able to walk right in, which is amazing. Actually, I'm stopping. I gotta try this cookie, and you can't eat in the theater. So I'm pulling off to the side. They're still seating people, but I'm gonna just try a little bite of this. Oh my God. Gideon too. I'm not kidding. That is a delicious cookie. Oh my God, that is so slept on. Everybody loves the, the viral ice cream sandwich, which is the cookie dough brownie ice cream sandwich, and it is good. It was a little too much for me. Everyone loves the Dole Whip, and everybody, love what you love, but that is, I hear no one talking about that cookie. It is the softest, moistest chocolate chip cookie. It is like underbaked a little bit is what it tastes like, which is how I prefer a cookie. And then you've got the little Oreo crumbles on top. Love the crunch and saltiness of the potato chip. M&Ms are my favorite candy. That's a 10 out of 10 cookie. Oh my God, I loved that. Now Lion King.
Direct from a record-breaking 2 million years at the bottom of the evolutionary ladder. And hula! Something tells me this ain't the floor show. It's clear from your vacant expression. Even you, Captain Cosmo away.
Simba in Fest with the Lion King has 100 fans, I'm one of them. If he has one fan, it's me. And if he has no fans, I'm dead. Because I love him. And I have said this many times because I need other people to watch Simba and Pumbaa. But Simba for me, because the performers are amazing, he's involved. He sings along, he dances along, he was biting at the other performers during Be Prepared. He did not like when that started. And then during Circle of Life, he was closing his eyes and swaying along, and then he kept looking up. We all know what he's looking at and who he's thinking of, and if you've lost someone, it just hit me in a weird place. So sorry, I cry every time I see that show anyway, but that time really hit me. It's such a beautiful show. I will never ever believe, or I can never wrap my mind around the fact that this was a last minute addition to this park. I've talked about it in a secrets video before, but basically where this show debuted, which was Camp Minnie Mickey, which is now Pandora, originally that was going to be Beastly Kingdom, which was going to be all about mythical creatures like dragons and unicorns, but they didn't have enough budget for that and Dino Land, and Dino Land ended up winning. So they last minute made that Camp Minnie Mickey, which is where you could meet the characters, but they needed something else to put in there. So they last minute came up with this show with old parade floats. And I've done many a last minute homework assignment in my day. It never looked like Festival of the Lion King. So an incredible show, a must do in this park, in my opinion. A crowd pleaser of all ages. Every kid in there was singing along. This family next to me was like a multi-generational family. Everybody having a great time, clapping and singing along. It is a banger. It's a 10 out of 10. And it can be a time suck because it's 30 minutes plus waiting in line, but 100,000,000% worth it for me. All right, well, stupendous show complete. And now I'm hungry. As good as cookies are, that's not quite lunch. So I'm gonna have a dinner situation now and head to Pandora. Went ahead and mobile ordered at my favorite quick service restaurant in the park. Arguably the best quick service in Walt Disney World. And they have a new item, which I'm really excited to try. I also this is another reason I love this park, this very lovely shaded walkway between Pandora and Africa. Not a lot of people know it exists, and it's just quiet. And look how beautiful this is. Like, this park is undeniably, to me, the most beautiful Disney World park. Just all the nature and the detail. I love it so much. Let's do a little wait time update as we head into Pandora as well. It's about 3:45. Again, park closes at 7. Flight of passage, 50 minutes. Fancy Ride Lightning Lane available at 6:10. Honestly, if one pops up for soon while I'm in Pandora, I might just snag it. 25 at Expedition Everest. Could get a Lightning Lane for right now. These bugs are so loud every time you walk into Pandora. No more shows for the most part. One more of Lion King, but no more Lightning Lanes because the window already opened. One more Nemo. 25 at Cali. Could get a Lightning Lane for about 5 minutes from now. 10 minutes at Safaris. Could get a Lightning Lane for right now. 45 at Navi River Journey. Could get a Lightning Lane in about an hour. 10 minutes at Better Together. Could get a Lightning Lane for right now. So pretty low. All right, made it into Pandora. headed to Satuli Canteen. I'm gonna click I'm here on my mobile order, and then I'm gonna see if I can get a flight of passage single fancy ride for soon after I'm eating, because then I would be done with Pandora, which would be ideal. Because if they're not gonna keep it open late enough for me to see it at night, I might as well not backtrack, which I really do wish I know there's not a ton in the park right now, which is why they don't keep it open past 7. But even if you get into the line for Flight of Passage right at the end of the night, it's probably not going to be long enough when you get out for it to be fully nighttime here. And I do genuinely think that's such a bummer, because one of the coolest things of this already incredible immersive land is seeing at night, seeing the bioluminescence light up everything. And typically, especially with it being lighter longer in the summer, there's no way to see that. Sometimes during the holiday months, like during Christmas time when it gets darker earlier and they're keeping the parks open a little bit later for the crowds, you can see it. But that is one thing I'm definitely hoping returns when they open up Tropical Americas. Hopefully that will make the park have later hours and thus be able to see it, because it really is stunning. Satuli Canteen, located in an old RDA facility. You see the planet of Pandora, the story of this world is that we are here after the events of the first movie, where the RDA, which are the bad humans that come to Pandora, they've moved out, and now there are humans here, but they're called ACE, Alpha Centauri Expeditions, and they are here to work with the Na'vi to facilitate tourism on Pandora. And while the Na'vi still live out in the forest, the humans, the good humans, have taken over the space built by the bad humans. And this used to be their canteen and a bunker, and they've transformed it into a restaurant. They are best known for their bowls. They do create your own bowls with different protein, which is actually grilled right here fresh on this wood grill. And then you can pick your base from like noodles or salad mixture, and then your sauce. But they also have one of my favorite Disney foods of all time, the cheeseburger pod, which is basically a Big Mac stuffed into a bao. But y'all, they have a new pod. There's a new pod in town, and I must try it. Okay, here they are, the new pods. So these are spicy pork steamed pods with Mongolian-style pork bamboo shoots, bell peppers, scallions, and a chili garlic paste inside the pod. And then I wasn't sure which one would be better on the side. These are two of the sauces you can get with the bowls. You can't add them on mobile order, but you can just ask the nice cast members when you pick up your food. I always recommend getting the creamy herb dressing. I call it Pandora's Ranch, but I also really like the green onion vinaigrette, and I'm thinking one of these might go really well with the spicy pork pods. So let's dig in. Let's be honest, these are gonna have to be the best thing I've ever eaten for them to top cheeseburger pods for me, but I just wanna see if they're good and what they taste like. They look like that. All right, here we go. Those are pretty good. I'm gonna try with the green onion. That green onion's so good. Now I'm gonna try it on the creamy. Also good, but I think the green onion takes it with this one. This is very good. The con, I don't think it's as stuffed as the cheeseburger pod, or at least not this one. I wish I had more of the filling. The pro, the pod, it's, again, delicious, doughy, sticks to the roof of your mouth. And the filling is very delicious. The meat is very tender, falling right apart. It has a little bit of heat, not a ton, but I love spicy food, and I'm always surprised and delighted when you can actually get a little bit of heat inside theme park food. I would say it's like a mild to medium on the heat scale, but if you're completely heat adverse, I would avoid it. I also like that it's not just hot for hot's sake. It actually has tons of flavor from those peppers as well, and the garlic. So yeah, it's a very stew-like texture. So if you don't like that, like the meat is incredibly tender and then it's mixed in the sauce and everything. But yeah, I think these are delicious. Cheeseburger pod is still number one in my heart forever and always, but these are very tasty and a welcome addition. I wish Alan was here, but he's doing other behind-the-scenes Mayhem Club stuff today, because my dream, I think, would be to get one order of each and swap. But by adding a new pod, I hope we're one step closer to my dream of a breakfast pod. Think of how good a bacon, egg, and cheese or sausage, egg, and cheese would be in here. Like a kolache. Please, Disney, if you're listening. Delicious meal consumed, and it turns out a Lightning Lane 4 Flight of Passage popped up for just about right now, but I'm not even going to use it because the wait has dropped to 35 minutes. And That's pretty low for any ride, but especially Flight of Passage. And it has been a very long time since I've walked through the full queue. So I'm excited to do that with my line beer. If you're new here, you may not know this, but we love a line beer, especially when the beer is an exclusive to that land. That's a double bonus. This is the Hawk's Grog Ale, one of 2 beers made exclusively for Pandora. You cannot buy them anywhere else on the planet. And this is an apricot wheat beer. It is my favorite of the Disney exclusive beers. And we're gonna head into the bioluminescent forest and into the research lab before flying on the back of a Banshee. Flight of Passage has a 44, that's a 4'4" height requirement, and it has quite an unusual seat. So I always recommend sitting in the test seat with a cast member prior to riding if you are concerned about your comfort. But it is a 3D simulator, and you are going to soar on the back of a Banshee across the Valley of Moara. It is an unbelievable attraction. I don't really care for simulator rides generally. I always pick practical effects, but even I have to say how incredible this one is. But before you head in the line, just take a minute. I encourage you to stand under here and look up at the floating mountains. They are so unbelievably cool. They are a feat of Imagineering, and you can hear the life happening and see the life happening up there. You can hear different creatures like the banshees and the bats. You can actually see the bats kind of hanging right there, all the different vines. It's just unbelievable and will never cease to amaze me. I love all the paintings in the cave, especially the big red banshee, which is foreshadowing. And this is the best part of the queue. This is what I am sad to miss when I go through Lightning Lane, because I think the bioluminescent forest is so cool. The other really cool things that I think you miss when you go through Lightning Lane are the giant banshee skull and, of course, Hank in the tank. And I was told that that was one of the hardest animatronics that they made because it was really hard to get the floating effect. So that's pretty cool. Also, just like reading all of the different book titles and notes, and I like all the kids' drawings on the desk and everything. Only human food in the fridge. Looks like Jell-O shots, but I actually think it's fruit cups. Wouldn't that be wild if you ripping Jell-O shots before becoming an avatar? Less than 30 minutes, and I'm headed into the pre-show, and I was going really slow, like letting a lot of people go around me because I was taking video and stuff. So not even 30 minutes for Flight of Passage? Hello.
Welcome to the Avatar program. Flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. You'll be able to link to that avatar and fly.
Yeah, that ride's pretty good. And again, I'm generally not a huge simulator fan. Like screens plus animatronics, screens plus practical sets, absolutely. Just screens, not usually my jam. And you know, my hottest take is that Dinosaur was better than Flight of Passage, but all that aside, that ride's great. And it feels magical and special, especially the part when you're in the cave with the wispy things and then it's breathing, like, and it's pink, it's beautiful. What a great ride, but I honestly don't ride it that often because it always has a really long line and less than 30 minutes to get into the pre-show, which is where Disney stops the clock. Chef's kiss on that. But also fancy rides were still available if I had wanted to bypass that. Generally speaking with this park, I don't feel like if you're gonna go on either extreme end of the day, AKA you're gonna go in the morning or be here in the afternoon, evening time, you probably don't need multi-pass lightning lane, because as we've seen, pretty much all the rides are gonna get lower lines throughout the day. Safaris, Everest, even Navi at a certain point will drop lower, but I often say maybe just do the fancy ride for Flight of Passage, and then you probably don't need multi-pass in this park. Plus, if you do the fancy ride for Flight of Passage, then you could rope drop Navi, which is usually the other longest line in the park, if you're a rope drop kind of person. You can also rope drop this attraction and it will have a shorter line, but honestly, I think it's shorter at the end of the day than it is during rope drop, and then you don't have to get up early and wait in a long line. All right, it's just about 5:40 now. Let's do a little wait time update. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes left of park time. Got a couple things still on my list. Oh no, Everest is temporarily closed. That was where I was headed. Oh no. Anyway, Flight of Passage, 40 minutes. You could still buy fancy rides. You can still book Everest. So that's a good sign that it hopefully won't be down for too long. 30 minutes at Cali, you could book a lightning lane for right now. 10 minutes at Safaris, you could book a lightning lane for right now. 45 at Navi, you could book it for about 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes at Better Together, you could book it for right now. So pretty chill. We are gonna head. I really want to ride Everest. That was where I was headed next. I wanted to ride Everest and then do one of the animal trails. So let's still head over that way and do the animal trail first and hope that by the time we're done with the Maharajah Jungle Trek, the Yeti wants to see us. Made it into Asia and I'm on the Maharajah Jungle Trek. One thing I do recommend if you're going to go on any of the animal trails is to get this QR code guide, and it'll tell you the different animals you can look for. And then there's going to be another one to scan, or they might have a physical one over in the bird section. But I love the animal trails in Walt Disney World. Oh my God, look at that monster. I should be nice. You're a nice creature. Please don't kill me, even though you definitely could. I mean, this one can't. It's too far away and also, you know, safely over there. But a Komodo dragon could kill me. She's like on full showtime.
She is, because it's almost time for dinner.
Oh, what does she eat?
They like raw, decaying meat.
Yum. Great. Is this a female?
Yeah, this is a female. Look, like
hi. Hello. I'm proud of you for being a queen of the animal kingdom. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. She's so cool. Anyway, that was a perfect example of what I was saying, which is why I love these trails. First of all, don't run through these trails. Luxuriate. Enjoy yourself. Walk slowly. Watch the animals for a few moments and engage with the cast members because they know so much. And I don't know about you guys, but I love learning about especially animals and even animals I don't really love. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Komodo dragons. They're not great white sharks or hyenas to me, but they're fascinating. And I love that the one I saw earlier is named Khaleesi, like the mother of dragons. But there's other animals on this trail that are more in my, favorites list, including big cats. Hello, you beautiful creature. Oh my God, I love him so much. Stop. Can you take a nap? Hello, beautiful boy. You're so big now. Hi! Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. Boxo! Okay, unbelievable view of Boxo, the baby tiger. Well, he's almost 2 now, but now we're in the bird area where they have a physical bird spotting guide, which you may know I'm not a huge fan of birds. They kind of scare me. They're growing on me, but I do love a scavenger hunt. So let's see if we can find a few of these birds. I'm gonna not leave till I have found 3 different birds. Hello, I believe you are the pied imperial pigeon. Hello, nice to meet you. Hope you're doing well. There's a bunch more of them over here too. Hello, hope you all are doing well and enjoying your feeding. Oh my God, you're being invaded. You're being invaded. Okay, now to find another bird. There's so many. Oh, hello, what's your name? I'm gonna look for you on the guide now. You're kind of reddish, brownish with green wings. Oh, there's another one like that. I think you are the green imperial pigeon. 2 pigeons so far. Now look at this fancy fella down here. That one has a lovely collar. That one I'm gonna say is this one in the middle here, the crested wood partridge. Yeah, hello. But also, I'm seeing a lot of poop fall out of this tree, and that's why I don't like it in here. Well, one of the reasons. I'm a little scared of the birds, but also I don't want to get pooped on, and I think that's fair. But you really are a fancy little guy. Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you to a lovely cast member. That one with the beautiful cowl is the Nicobar pigeon. What I was looking at before is the crested wood partridge. You know what? This is kind of fun, minus the fear of being pooped on. But am I definitely in my 30s now when I'm going to go birding? Probably. Hello! They're very active today. Okay, well, I've seen 4 birds, species of birds, which was my goal, to identify at least 3. There are so many. Oh my God, they're flying everywhere. It must be dinner time. Hello. You know, that was a great stroll on the animal trail. Much like the safaris, if you can go early or late, the animals are more active. Boxo was like so joyous. And then I got to see one of the buffalo up close, which also Boxo was watching the buffalo, and the animal keeper cast member referred to it as like us watching Food Network. And then I saw a lot of birds, which, you know, again, are growing on me. One piece of advice that I want to give you if you're going to go on the animal trails, either this one or Gorilla Falls, which is the big animal trail over in Africa. Obviously, the main animal draw there is gorillas, but you can also see the okapi from another angle, zebras, meerkats. One thing to keep in mind when you're going through the animal trails, though, is to take your time because you're going to see better animal interactions. I watched this family walk up to the tiger viewing and go, "There's no tiger," and then walk away. But like literally seconds before, the tiger had been this close to the glass and he had just walked up the hill and was kind of like doing laps. And you know, you might not see every animal, there's no guarantee, but like give it a second, because if you really want to see them, they were complaining to the cast member that they couldn't see the tiger. And the cast member was like, "No, you got to stand there for a second. He's out there, I promise." And they're like, "No, there's no tiger." And I'm just like, in my head, "Yes, he is. I just saw him." So again, just in order for your own best enjoyment, spend a little time on the trail, stand there, watch the animals. It's so fun to watch them. And I think doing one of the animal trails, if not both, is such a beautiful part of this park. One of the most luxuriating attractions you can do. Also, one more thing with the animal trails, they often close earlier than the park because the animals need to go to sleep. So make sure you check in the app so you don't miss it. Now at this point, there's about 45 minutes of park time left. But unfortunately, Everest is still closed. So I'm not going to ride Everest today because I think you all know where I'm going. It was always my plan to end the day at my favorite, most relaxing spot of Disney's Animal Kingdom and one of my favorite, most relaxing spots in all of Walt Disney World. But as we head there, let's do one more wait time update. Again, about 45 minutes of park time left. We have a 40-minute wait of Flight of Passage, but fancy rides available right now. Everest still closed, although Lightning Lane's still available for about 10 minutes from now. So if it were to reopen, you'd be good. 25 minutes at Cali River Rapids, Lightning Lanes for right now. 15 at Safari's, no Lightning Lane left, but wouldn't need it. 35 at Navi River Journey, could get a Lightning Lane for right now. 10 at Zootopia, and could get a Lightning Lane for right now. So as you can see, hopefully, this is a great park to come to on the flip-flop of what most people do, which is consider it a half-day park in the morning. And if you must consider it a half-day park, I think the afternoon, for me, is the way, perhaps on a check-in day, because these queues go way, 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 way down in the afternoon and early evening. I'm sure you already know we're headed to the Nomad Lounge. I joined the walk-up wait list while leaving Asia. This is the most wonderful lounge attached to Tiffin's right here as you head towards Pandora. Beautiful wraparound porch, great cocktails and small plates inspired by the Imagineers' travels around the world to build this park. I know it's one of y'all's favorites as well, but as we head there, let's talk about if we think Animal Kingdom really is a half-day park. Honestly, I think any park could be a half-day park if you need it to be, if that's all the time you have. But with 6.5, 7 hours today, I still didn't do everything I wanted to do. I didn't get to ride Everest. I didn't get to do Better Zoogether. I didn't meet any characters. I didn't watch any Streetmosphere. I didn't ride Navi River Journey, which are all things people enjoy doing at this park. I guess Cali River Rapids as well, but that, isn't for me. Of course, it could be argued that Bluey took up almost 2 hours of my day. And frankly, if I was planning my day here, I wouldn't prioritize or go to Bluey and jump in Junction. And, within that almost 2-hour time, Everest was open. And even with a 30-minute wait, which is what it usually is during the day, I could have easily done Everest. I could have also used that time to see Better Together or meet Mickey and Minnie or do something else. I probably could have accomplished 2, if not 3, maybe another thing had I not done Bluey. And that kind of rushed part of my day where I was going from Bluey to safaris to get a cookie to Lion King, that would have been much more luxuriating. I would have had time to do Gorilla Falls. I could have sat and eaten my cookie as opposed to eating it on the way to Lion King. So I really wasn't joking when I said that if this is a half-day park or not for your family may rest entirely on if you care about Bluey. For me, more than being a half-day park, I think it's just the most luxuriating park. It's open the least amount of hours, and if you don't want to rope drop it, if you're like me and don't think getting up that early is fun on vacation or frankly ever, you can still come a little bit later, have a nice slow morning at your hotel, come and get everything you want to do done, especially if you do lightning lanes for some stuff. But even without lightning lane, I didn't use it at all today, and I was able to do safaris, Festival of the Lion King, Flight of Passage with pretty low waits. So as with everything, if you only care about riding rides, yeah, you could get in the morning, knock out the heavy hitter rides and be gone. But this park is about more than that. And so I don't personally think it is still a true half-day park. It's more of a half-day park with the loss of Dinoland, but I don't think it is totally. Welcome to the beautiful, stunning Nomad Lounge. Again, big wraparound porch, looks over the water as you're headed into Pandora. There's also a beautiful inside with different bangers hanging with different questions that are supposed to inspire you and your fellow travelers to discuss your travels around the world. And there's a really fun menu here, which is again inspired by the Imagineers' travels to Africa, Asia, Central and South America to build this park. So you're going to see a lot of fun twists on classic cocktails, like the Hightower Rocks is a twist on a watermelon margarita. My go-to here is the Tempting Tigress, which is a fun twist on an old-fashioned. There's a great wine list here from around the world, fun beers as well. And if you are not a drinker or you're not old enough, they can do a lot of mocktails here based on the cocktails. There's also the Snow Leopard Salvation, which is a really refreshing minty beverage, and the vodka used donates to saving the snow leopard. As far as food goes, they have a variety of small plates, and they're all delicious because they're sharing a kitchen with Tiffin's, the signature restaurant attached. You've got things like a couple of different styles of wings, a really good charcuterie board, but they're probably most famous food-wise for their churros, best churros on Disney property, freshly made in-house. They come with vanilla sauce and then a seasonal sauce. My favorite is the strawberry chili, but right now it's an orange caramel. Nomad Lounge can get pretty popular in the middle of the day when people, if they've rope dropped and have been here for a while, they're ready to sit down and relax a little bit. But as you can see right now, at the end of the day, there's very few people here. There's only 2 other tables outside with me. There are no reservations at the Nomad Lounge. You're going to need to join the walk-up waitlist in the My Disney Experience app. Okay, my drink is here, and I know you all think it's a Tempting Tigress, but look, I'm trying something new. Well, new to me. This is the sangria. It's made with rosé and pisco, which is a South American spirit similar to brandy. It's made from grapes, but I thought, why not? Let's mix it up a little bit. And when I saw it was rosé sangria, I was into it because my server said it wasn't too sweet. And also, it's too hot for like red wine, I think, right now, sangria, and I don't love white wine. If it was cooler, I would be drinking a Pinotage, which is a South African blend of red wine, but it's too hot for that. So we're gonna do a sangria and see how good it is. Okay, this is now gonna be in my rotation. I still love Tempting Tigress most of all, but that is delightful. A lot of Disney sangria, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, is from a box, not this. This is fresh. It's a nice, crisp, dry rosé that you can definitely taste, but then it's curbed a little bit by the nice little brandy burn, you know? But it's definitely not too sweet. It's very refreshing. It's definitely perfect on this hot day. Yes. If you're a sangria fan or a rosé fan, give this a whirl. That is a perfect, like, I'm out on the patio, lanai. I got my fruity drink vibe. Well, friends, that is a wrap on our half-ish day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We've already talked about this, but I still don't consider this a half-day park. I consider it a mostly full, really luxuriating, amazing park. But again, if it's what your family needs, it could be a half-day park. If you're not into the luxuriating, if you're just into rides, or you only have part of one day of your trip, this can be the park that can be most easily adapted into a half day, arguably. So it's just about what you need, but hopefully you had fun following along and enjoying a very wonderful day here at my favorite park in Walt Disney World. Disney's Animal Kingdom. Let me know what your favorite thing is here. Let me know what else you want to see from the parks. We're always trying to figure out the best ways to showcase the Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando parks that we get to go to so often in different and unusual and fun ways. So let us know what kind of information is best for you, what you want to see. But until next time, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, come hang out with the Mam Fam on Discord, check out our Patreon for behind the scenes content and more. I'm about to go shopping for Patreon to show them all the new merch. It's been like a few weeks since I've been in the actual parks here, and I know there's a bunch of new ears, so I'm gonna go look for all the new merch. That'll be a Patreon bonus exclusive. But until next time, friends, I'm Molly, and it has been magical and not a half day.